Our top focus at 6, and this is a big India Today exclusive. The first interview of former Prime Minister Dr. Manmohan Singh after demitting office. Dr. Singh spoke exclusively to Karan Thapar. We get you an excerpt.
Dr. Manmohan Singh, Dr. Abdul Kalam was perhaps one of the most popular presidents India has had. You and before you, Atal Bihari Vajpayee, were the two men who served as his prime ministers. How do you remember Dr. Kalam?
When he became president, I served him as the prime minister for more than 3 years. And he was the one who administered me the oath of office and secrecy. And my relationship with him was that of great friendship. And he recognized the problems that I had in managing a difficult coalition government. Yet another important issue that came before our government was the familiar nuclear deal with the United States. I took the precaution of keeping the president fully in the picture at various stages of negotiations. I used to brief him, and I was very happy when he endorsed what we were doing. Of course, when I faced a vote of no confidence in Parliament, he was no longer the president, but even then he played a very important role in helping the deal to go forward. That time, there was a problem with regard to the voting pattern, how will it go? The prospects of the government winning the vote of confidence were being questioned. And I was discussing these matters with Amar Singh ji, also with Mulayam Singh ji, and with great difficulty, we managed to persuade them to re-look at their objection. And it occurred to me that Mulayam Singh ji had great regard and respect for Dr. Kalam. So I suggested then to Amar Singh ji, maybe if you don't believe my word, you might like to hear Abdul Kalam. And they went to see Abdul Kalam, and he told them this deal is in national interest, and that means that the Samajwadi Party was on board, and we won the vote of confidence.
Now, he was, of course, as you said a moment ago, the president who swore you in. It was Dr. Kalam who made you prime minister with that swearing-in oath in Rashtrapati Bhavan. At the time, there was a lot of speculation in the papers that he had a reservation or hesitation about making Sonia Gandhi prime minister. When you met him together on the 18th of May 2004, what happened at that meeting?
I think this is a canard which is being spread. There's no truth in that. Kalam never questioned who will be the person who will swear in. That was a privilege that was given under our constitution to the party or to the person who claimed majority support, and anything that is said on that area, I think, would not be true. These canard that is being spread, that he had hesitation in swearing in Mrs. Gandhi, it was never discussed in my presence.
Because, as you know, emails were being exchanged, messages were being sent on the internet claiming that Dr. Kalam had asked for Mrs. Gandhi's passport, that he'd asked for other information and details to prove she was Indian. That's all rubbish.
Not to my knowledge.
It's all rubbish.
Not, it is all rubbish.
Dr. Manmohan Singh breaking his silence for the first time after demitting office. You can watch that entire interview at 7:45 p.m. on To The Point with Karan Thapar. Now to our top focus this evening, it seems to be the end of the road for 1993 blast convict Yakub Memon. 20 years after he was first arrested, Yakub is now likely to be executed in Nagpur Central Jail tomorrow morning at 7. The decision comes as the death row convict faced a huge setback in the apex court today. The Supreme Court held that Yakub's curative petition had been rightly disposed of. The Maharashtra governor has also rejected the 1993 convict's mercy plea, but the final blow came from the highest court in India, which stated that the death warrant issued by the Tada court was not illegal, thereby sealing Yakub's fate. The latest we're hearing is that President Pranab Mukherjee has forwarded Yakub's mercy petition to the Home Ministry. Now, the Supreme Court may have cleared the decks for Yakub's execution tomorrow morning. The 1993 Mumbai blasts convicts' last hope for reprieve now lie with President Pranab Mukherjee. Sources are telling India Today that the president is likely to announce his final decision by 8 p.m. after holding due consultations. President Pranab Mukherjee has also before him a petition submitted by eminent jurists, politicians and civil rights activists demanding mercy for Yakub.
How would you react?
I would not react. Sir? I would not react.
Sir, how do you? Is any other legal remedy left now?
No comments. No comments.
Any comment on today's order? Because
no comments. No, that's why I won't comment.
तीन चीज बता दें। याकूब मेनन की याचिका खारिज कर दी गई सर्वोच्च न्यायालय द्वारा और उन्होंने कहा कि जो डेथ वारंट है वो इन ऑर्डर है। इसके पहले जो क्यूरेटिव पिटीशन डिसाइड किया गया था 3 जज द्वारा वो सही है और इनकी रीट पिटीशन जो फाइल हुई थी उसको खारिज कर दिया। ये नहीं कह सकती है जुडिशरी, ये एग्जीक्यूटिव का अच्छा है।
The Supreme Court has clearly held that the death warrant issued by the designated court constituted under Tada in April 2015 is legal and valid, and therefore now the state machinery can proceed further on the basis of death warrant. The governor of Maharashtra has also rejected the mercy petition of condemned accused Yakub Memon, and I feel there is now no legal impediment to proceed according to the death warrant.
और कुछ प्रयत्न करेंगे आपके पास और कोई ऑप्शन बचे?
Please, I have a full faith in judiciary. I have a full faith in Almighty. Please leave me alone. Please leave me alone.
All right, let's get a word from our Mumbai Bureau Chief Sahil Joshi, who's with us live this evening. Sahil, now suspense over whether or not Yakub Memon will be executed tomorrow in Nagpur, considering that the final announcement will be made by the President at 8 p.m. this evening.
Absolutely, and the preparations are going on, especially at Nagpur. We can see that the heavy security deployment has happened all across the Nagpur city. The RSS headquarters have been given the special security. At the same time, all the entry points at Nagpur have been put the checkpost at all the entry points in the Nagpur. The Chief Minister had a meeting with the DGP of Maharashtra and the Mumbai CP, because there is still a confusion whether the family would like to bring the body back to Mumbai or he will be the rest of the procedure will happen in the Nagpur jail itself. So there is no clarity over that yet. The jail authorities will have to give the body to the family members. His brother Suleiman Memon and his cousin brother Usman Memon are already there in the Nagpur. They tried to meet him today, but the jail authorities did not allow them to meet Yakub yet. So because of that, the confusion is still on about it. The heavy pressure on the Mumbai police has already given an alert to all across Mumbai, to all the police stations to be on alert, looking at the situation in Mumbai and Maharashtra. So the government machinery is on the standby. The Chief Minister finally could not make his statement in the Assembly because the Shiv Sena and BJP MLAs did not allow the House to run because they wanted to oppose the mercy petition of Yakub Memon, and they were demanding that Yakub should not be given any mercy at this point of time. So whole machinery was on the standby till the time Supreme Court finally cleared that there will be no hearing of the curative petition. The challenge to the death warrant was also rejected. So finally the things were clear about that. Now everyone is waiting for what the President decides. The Governor of Maharashtra, the Governor House is saying that they have rejected the mercy petition. The Maharashtra government is saying that they are yet to officially hear from the Maharashtra Governor. But it's likely that within some time they will be getting the official reply from the Maharashtra Governor as well. But the whole whole thing is about the security now, because there is a heavy pressure on the Mumbai police and the Maharashtra police because of the sensitivity of this particular case, how to maintain the law and order if after hanging Yakub Memon in the morning at 7 o'clock, because the death warrant clearly mentions that he should be hanged at 7 o'clock in the morning on 30th of July. So that is another tricky part which Maharashtra police and the administration will have to deal with.
Right, so still a lot of suspense over whether or not Yakub Memon will be executed tomorrow morning. Meanwhile, tight security across Maharashtra, especially in Nagpur and around that central jail where that execution has been planned. Sahil, stay on with us. Let's also get a word from Biswajit Bhattacharya, former ASU, who's with us live this evening. Mr. Bhattacharya, now the former governor of West Bengal, Gopal Gandhi, has written an open letter to President Pranab Mukherjee where he said that in 1997, Dr. Shankar Dayal Sharma, upon an appeal by Mahasweta Devi and other eminent citizens, had granted reprieve to 2 boys from Andhra Pradesh though their own mercy plea had earlier been rejected by the President's office. So now there is some kind of precedence whereby last-minute mercy has been granted to a death row convict. Important to know that President Pranab Mukherjee's office will also be considering that petition that has been submitted by eminent jurists, politicians and civil rights activists.
You see, the very fact that President Pranab Mukherjee is seized of the matter, he is applying his mind. He has sought for response from the Union Home Ministry. These factors indicate that the President of India will independently apply his mind. He will also go through whether any fresh material has come since he last decided the issue, declining the mercy, any fresh compelling or extenuating circumstances which have come. So once the President is prima facie satisfied whether or not any new material has come, then I'm sure the highest constitutional authority of the largest democracy in the India will have the privilege of exercising that discretion. So nobody questions the powers of the highest constitutional authority to exercise that discretion. But that discretion will be exercised in the light of the fact that the matter has already acquired decisive finality by the highest court in the country. Today, let us face one thing. Today, the whole issue, so much of debate is going on by the all concerned, affected persons, non-affected persons, civil societies, only on the fact that under the Indian criminal law, capital punishment is in the statute. Right. So in my view, if capital punishment happens to be in the statute, then, and if there has to be any change in that, then the focus of the debate should shift, and all these distinguished persons who are perhaps making points which may be valid should direct their energies to the members of the parliament to bring out an amendment in law.
All right,
but
all right. You talk about the larger question of law and whether an amendment should be brought about to look at death penalty in itself. Mr. Bhattacharya, I want to keep coming back to you. Let's also get a word from our correspondent Mustafa Sheikh, who's with us live from Mumbai. Mustafa, tense few hours for Yakub Memon's family. We're expecting the Rashtrapati Bhavan to announce its final decision at about 8. Have you been speaking to family members of Yakub Memon? What's going on in their minds? Their last hope really lies with President Pranab Mukherjee.
India Today.
Now to an India Today special on flood fury in Gujarat and Rajasthan. A depression over northwest India has resulted in heavy rains and flooding in the two states. 22 people have died so far and many others have been rendered homeless. Take a look.
Incessant rains have lashed large parts of Gujarat since Sunday, causing flooding, especially in North Gujarat. The road and rail transport in the affected areas is hit very badly. In Gujarat, Banaskantha, Sabarkantha and Kutch are the worst affected areas, and Ahmedabad also faces a threat. Floodwaters from Rajasthan are also adding to the woes of Gujarat. This dramatic footage from Banaskantha in Gujarat shows a biker being washed away in the floodwaters. The biker was trying to pass a flooded bridge but was washed away by the powerful water stream. In the same area, some people trying to evacuate to safer places were stranded in the floods. A bus full of passengers was rescued with the help of a tractor. The only good news is that the rains have stopped in several parts of the state.
तो अगले 24 घंटों में अब राहत मिलना शुरू हो जाएगा, लेकिन पीछे जो रेन हो चुकी है उसको क्लियर होने में टाइम लगेगा.
Gujarat Chief Minister Anandiben Patel has surveyed Mehsana and Patan. Home Minister Rajnath Singh has also spoken to the Chief Minister and assured her of full support of the centre. Government says 7 NDRF teams have already been deployed in Gujarat and 4 more are being sent from Pune. 2 helicopters from Indian Air Force and 1 from BSF have also been pressed into relief and rescue operations.
एनडीआरएफ की टीम जो पुणे से वहां पहुंची है और वो लिफ्टिंग वगैरह कर रहे हैं. फूड पैकेट वगैरह हम लोगों ने पहुंचाए है, तो गांव में जहां तकलीफ है उसको भी फूड पैकेट वगैरह मिल जाएगा.
The situation in Rajasthan is slightly better as there has been no rainfall since yesterday night. But Sanchor and Bhinmal towns bordering Gujarat are the worst affected in the state. Bureau Report, India Today.
Let's get you an update on the top story, which is Yakub Memon's pending execution. We do know that his mercy plea is pending before the president. MHA sources are now telling India Today that the Home Minister is expected to meet the president soon. President Pranab Mukherjee is expected to announce his final decision by 8 this evening. We'll continue tracking developments coming up next, Up South with T.S. Sudhir. Do stay with us.